It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Tua to throw right away. He'll dump this off to Achane. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
To the air, May. Hunter Henry brings it in. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Stevenson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Malik Washington deep for Miami. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
In motion, Hill. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play action, now it's Tua. Short throw to Smith. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That is caught, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Short throw to Smith. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Tua to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tua going to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Achane once more, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well. And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. To throw, it's May. Got a man, it's Kayshon Boutte. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, May. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place. And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker. They go play action now. May. Got the connection here to Bourne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, it's May. Open man, that's Henry. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll throw with May. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Antonio Gibson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Waddle, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll run it here. And that one going to be slowed up before it can really get going. Good work defensively to read the trickery and make the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throwing here is May. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's May. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Douglas. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Douglas, the man in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. And they go play action with May. Completes it to Douglas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. To the air, May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. Got a man, Boutte. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Douglas, the man in motion. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne from 6 yards away.
And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
In motion, Hill. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
On play action, here's Tua. He completes it to Beckham. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run, Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. Tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some strong running. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Bourne going to go in motion right here. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Running left is Stevenson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Looking to pass. Tua. It's caught. Beckham. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Tua. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Beckham goes in motion left.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he goes out right around the 39. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 9. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
We're going to throw. May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Throwing here is May.
He finds Douglas complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's a 2nd and 7. On play action, May.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Here's May. To the sideline and incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. Throw caught by Achane.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tua.
Short throw to Smith. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Now Tua.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here's 1st down. Back to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.